Alright guys, it is Sunday morning, it has just gone 8 AM and I've decided to start the Buzzwordathon by Books and Lala and Gabby Reads today on Sunday the 17th of November, so I'll finish on Saturday the 23rd, so the week from now, on the 23rd of November, because it just fits better with my schedule that way round rather than starting at Monday, finishing Sunday. But that's what I'm going to do, and here is a little TBR. The buzzword for this readathon are numbers, so literal numbers like 1, 2, 3 counts, so do the words, and so does first, second and third. The first one on my TBR that I've been wanting to get around to for quite a long time is The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. I got recommended this book by a friend when I asked her what books she likes to read to expand her mindset and how she views things in life, because she's got a really unique way of looking at things in life. My second book is one that I actually picked up from the library because of Lala, is Station 11. The other book, which I did actually order on Book Depository but it's not quite here yet, is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This is one I really want to read because it's a movie adaptation, and my partner and I are going to start doing reading the books of movies, watching the movie and then having a chat, just chats. Don't know if I'll video any of that, but just something we're doing for fun. Hey guys, reading update. I am at page 52 of Station 11 and I've honestly found it quite hard to sink my teeth into, because I think it's almost to do with the shortness of the chapters and how there seems to be a lot going on and it's from different people's perspectives, so at the moment I'm still just getting my head wrapped around it. However, I am really enjoying the plot premise, how disastrous it has been and how disastrous it seems like it's going to get. Honestly, I'm hoping I can get into it more than I already am. I found myself stopping quite a bit, getting distracted, so obviously I wasn't that immersed, but it's only 50 pages. I've still got 90% of the book to go. I'm almost at 100 pages and I'm still feeling a little bit disorientated with this book, because it jumps not only from character, but it jumps from pre-illness to post-illness. But I'm finding it difficult to connect with any one particular character or story as a whole. So far I've been introduced to
1, 2, 3.
3 different perspectives, and on the blurb it says that there are 6. There's double what I'm already kind of struggling with. We'll see. Alright, I've been camped out here reading Station 11. I'm 2/3 of the way through and I have to say I am enjoying it more now. I feel like I've gone into the swing of things and I've gotten used to the plot. So with the jumping from past to present and from character to character, there's more connections now. For example, characters we saw at the beginning have now popped up again later on in the book. I think what's missing for me at the moment is some sort of bigger problem or event that needs to be solved or happen. So the big, I don't know, what do we call it? They're calling it a swine flu in the book. The big swine flu that happens at the beginning and then they start counting the years again. That happened in the first chapter. And only one character at the moment is having a mysterious things happening as her friends are going missing. But that's it. And there's just I feel like I want some more action. My favourite, yeah, I think it's the action, because my favourite parts are when we're looking at the past and we're looking at how the people are actually surviving the issue, rather than people who are 20 years on from when the swine flu hit, just surviving.
It is exactly 6 p.m. I got home from work about half an hour ago. I've been a potato. But now it's time to get back into the Buzzwordathon. I did some reading last night and I am on page 277. So I've got 60 pages, so I'm going to finish this. I'm going to update my giveaway that's been going on over on my Instagram. Well done if you won, because you would have already been selected, so well done. And after that I'm going to try start book number 2. So it looks like I've created a hashtag Buzzwordathon shrine, and I'm kind of living for it. So don't feel like I vlogged much today. It was a late day coming back from work, and then essentially I sat down and read and worked out, but I finished my first book of the Buzzwordathon, Station 11. Ooh, shrine complete. I feel like this one is a really hard one for me to review, because there's nothing really that I disliked about the book. I just didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Okay, 3.5 stars is the rating I'm going to give it. It's not low, it's not bad, it's just wasn't my favourite book of all time. I think I mentioned earlier on in this vlog that, why am I out of breath? Mentioned that I wanted there to be more happening. This book, in case I didn't say earlier, essentially this advanced form of swine flu. This advanced form of swine flu spread out throughout the world as like an epidemic, and lots of people died. Like 95% of the world's population died, and then the rest were left to fend for themselves. And we follow 6 characters' perspectives and backstories, and they are all interlinked. And this book is exploring essentially humanity after a lot of it was wiped out and how they survive. One of the main ideas that I liked is how there's a message that art in the form of drama and books and comics and stories and museums will forever be a part of life, as long as there's people there to live it. Like, it's something that will forever be a founding part of humanity. And I thought that was just a really nice, heartwarming message to show that even in times of complete and utter strife, people could still find themselves and find happiness in art. And this is where I'm struggling so hard to review this book, is because there wasn't anything I necessarily disliked. What stopped me from liking it as much is because I felt like not much happened. I wanted to know more about how the swine flu in the beginning actually came across. I wanted there to be more about, there's this cult essentially that rises up. I wanted there to be more about maybe all the bad things that they did, so there was more of like an antagonist. Like, overall, I really loved the writing style and I really loved the idea, and I thought the characters were awesome. Just unfortunately, I just didn't enjoy it. I am ready to carry on with my Buzzwordathon reading challenge, but I don't know if any of you like library queens and kings or non-binaries out there have experienced this, but it breaks my heart. You know, when you get so many books out from the library and you never read them all, and then you go to renew it and somebody's placed it on hold, so you have to return it. I'm genuinely sad about this. I need to return Kingdom of Ash, which is okay because that's the last one in the series, right? First it's Tower of Dawn, I need to read Tower of Dawn first. I just placed 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake on hold, so hopefully I can pick that up in a few days. Whilst I'm here, I just wanted to like say sorry that this vlog seems to be all from my bed. This is just the reality of my life, and I said in like my very first video that I didn't want to try to be somebody I'm not. And at the moment I'm somebody who works, and I work Monday to Friday. I get up early enough, I go to work, I'm at work by 8, I get back 4, 5, whatever time it is, and my routine is to de-stress by just chilling in bed, on bed, reading books, doing whatever, being a bum. So I'll hopefully get out in a couple of days, but this is my reality, guys. Okay, so exciting package. From AliExpress, I bought this, the Outdoor Book Readers Club water bottle with like a little actual book as the tent. So cute. Thanks to Jessie the Reader who hauled this. I literally paused this video and went and bought this. I just couldn't resist. But whilst I was there on AliExpress, I decided I want to be like a cliche little Visco girl and put stickers all over it because I wanted to and nobody can stop me. So these are the stickers I got. Okay. Can't tell if I like it or not, but you know what? It's only a drink bottle at the end of the day. And I am not going to get attached to material things. So it is 9:30 and I just finished my second book of the Buzzwordathon. I feel like it's almost cheating calling this a book. It's 96 pages long, but hey, I think it's actually discrediting the author if I don't call it a book, so add that to my little shrine. Okay, what did I think about it? First of all, I think it's going to be another 3 stars from me. I really did like the book and I liked the messages in it. However, there wasn't anything new. All the content in it. Wait, I should probably tell you about the book first. Okay, so it's kind of like a little mini guide to help you find success through happiness. And that in itself is found through spirituality. I did enjoy it. Like 3 stars isn't bad. I still enjoyed it. It just wasn't anything that new to me. I do think if you're wanting to really get into the spiritual side of things, the books that I've reviewed in a previous video actually, like 4 self-help books, I'll link it up. The one by Eckhart Tolle called A New Earth kind of goes into the same topics this one does, but at a deeper level. So if you want something deeper, I'd go for Toll, but if you want something smaller, shallower, coffee table, reminders, little lessons, that one's quite good for that. Are they scratch marks like the mat? Oh, yeah, get it, babe. Guys, so I think you just saw me unwrapping these, but what they are, sorry, I'm just on the bed, are a late birthday gift from Titus. Let me show you them up close. So over here are the top 100 movies, and then the top 100 books. Yes, they are just masking taped up there for now, but that's what we're working with. If you're interested, they are by, they look like this on the packaging, I believe, This is like the artwork. I'm going to scratch off the ones I've read now. And they are by that brand, I believe. Yep, there's the website you can go to. Okay, so I actually just scratched off the books that I've read. I was pretty strict with myself. I told myself I have to have finished it. So no, Great Expectations doesn't count. Thanks, uni. What else didn't count? I want to wait till all of Game of Thrones is out before I scratch it off. I am up to date. What else? I'll show you. Harry Potter. Here's Harry Potter. Of course, I've finished all of those ones. Oh, there they are. I've done Lord of the Flies. I actually taught that. Dracula, one I studied. Wuthering Heights, another one that I studied. Frankenstein, one that I studied. And good old Charlotte's Web. This one's my favourite. Look how cute Wilbur is. And Charlotte just perched on his head. So adorable. I'm going to leave the movies one unscratched because that's one that Titus and I are going to do together. Okay, but for like a real reading update, I started book 3 of the Buzzwordathon last night. I have Ready Player One on my phone, so I started that, and I have to say, I am so intrigued. Thought I saw a spider. I'm super intrigued about the plot, and I've only read maybe 20 pages before I got so tired, but it has pulled me in. So it is currently, it is like 6 p.m. I got back from work, did some report writing, scratched off some stuff on some posters, ate a bit of chocolate, but now I am going to read. I will see you when I update you. Bye! So because I'm like totally new to this whole YouTube thing, I don't want to get like copy striked or anything like that, so I'm not playing this video, but you guys should all go and watch Ariel Bissett's What is YA video right now. If you're a reader of YA, I mean, I'm only 2 minutes in, but holy moly, I am hooked. It's like, what? Just go watch it. Highly recommend for a 10-minute, 11-minute think-along. Alright, hey guys, it is Thursday and I'm heading into town to go to the library. I'm not driving, by the way. But I'm returning some books that I haven't read, so I guess this is a little bit of like a library unhauling situation. The first book I have here is The Astonishing Colour of After. It is about like this mum's girl passes away and she's kind of like reincarnated. It sounds really heartwarming, but it's the second time I've picked it up and I've just never felt in the mood to read it, unfortunately. So this is one I'm probably not going to pick up again. The second one I have here is Patrick Ness's The Rest of Us Just Live Here. The synopsis says the one who's supposed to fight the zombies or the soul-eating ghosts or whatever this new thing is with blue lights and the death. Essentially, it's like a commentary from the sounds of it on the one trope and what it's like to be the character who isn't the one. Interesting premise, didn't get round to it, had other things to read. And then the last one is Kingdom of Ash, which is the last in the Tower, no, Throne of Glass, the Throne of Glass series. Classic, I feel like Cindy. There you go, use Cindy's finesse. And literally this just has a hold, someone else needs to read it, and I haven't read Tower of Dawn, so this one I will get out again, but until I finish Tower of Dawn, it's on the back on the shelf for others to read. Hey guys, okay, have my bubble tea, have McDonald's at my feet, but I also excitingly have some books, so I thought I'd do a quick book haul. First up, this Savage Song. I just picked this up. This is like Bookstagram made me do it. It is like a thriller, but also it's by Victoria Schwab, and I've currently got A Dark Shade of Magic on my shelf at home to read, and I mean everyone loves her, so I thought I'd give this a go. Second one, Ready Player One. I've been reading it on my phone and I just find it hard to read on a phone. Like, my phone's decent size, but I just prefer having the hard copy. Also, it makes for nicer Bookstagram pictures, can't deny that. 3 Dark Crowns, this is one I put on hold They had it, I've got it, and I was thinking of using this as a book in the Buzzwordathon, if I get to book number 4. Number 4, autobiography. This is another Bookstagram made me do it. Is it like a contemporary about... As he faces the class from the front now, his eyes flash when they meet mine. Is it boy-boy relationship? Oh, I hope it is. I really need to read more of those. And then the last one I've got is 13 Reasons Why. I think I mentioned this in a previous clip, but I want to do like a read a book, watch the corresponding film, and I didn't even know this was a book. So I'll read this and watch the series maybe, and we'll see how that goes. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing from me. For now, I'm gonna chill here being totally unsocial and eat matches burger. Alright team, I am at page 86 of Ready Player One. It's about 20%, and Wade has found the first copper key. I'm surprised that it has taken this long. I suppose it's only a 5th, and they've had to like do some massive world building and like backstory explanation, but I did kind of expect the action to get into it a bit quicker. I'm waiting for the whole like the life and death survival side of things to come out, but I am really enjoying it. I think the world building in itself is really cool and intricate, and I really like how many references there are to the 80s. Like Halliday's character is absolutely 80s obsessed, and I think that Klein has done a really good job of like mentioning each and every little thing. It also makes me feel a little bit like, man, this could be our future. It's almost dystopian or utopian, whichever way you see whichever way you want to see it, I suppose. Like, this could be our reality if we lose land and we go into a like global recession. Morning, bookworms. Happy Friday morning. It is day 6 of my Buzzwordathon. I finish tomorrow. And last night I stayed up reading till like 1 in the morning. So I'm on page 277 of Ready Player One, and I'm up to the part where Wade is about to discover the Jade Key, the second key. I'm enjoying it a lot more now that the pace has picked up and we are included in finding the keys and the gateways, and I like how there's a bit more relationship development in terms of the characters and the friendships, but there's just something stopping me from being fully submerged in the story, and I think it's the pace. I'm finding the pace quite hard to sink my teeth into, because it's like, if this happened, then this happened, then this happened, but the timing between thing A and thing B happening seems to be really extrapolated. But I'm so in love with the world building and how descriptive Klein's writing is, especially now that I've understood the like background and the history of the Oasis simulation. And I also really like how there's like each world is different and how much effort has been put into crafting what each world looks like. I just really appreciate that kind of detail, and it helps me visualize what scale of a quest this is. But for now I need to put this down and I really need to get some work done, so I'll be back soon. Okay guys, reading update for day... This is the last day of the Buzzwordathon. Oh, okay. I finished Ready Player One. I stayed up till like 1 AM finishing it. Okay, and I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I really wanted to like this book more, but long story short, I think the writing style just didn't vibe with me the greatest. I really loved the world building, but I found that the fact that it was written in past tense just jarred me way too much, because I found it all predictable, or not even predictable, unexciting. Like, you knew what the ending was going to be in the first third of the book,
I didn't think that there were any plot twists, and overall it was just very linear plot that didn't excite me too much. I realise this is all sounding pretty negative, so some things I really did like about the book. I liked how tenacious our main character Wade was, and I liked how there were some references talking about the problem in society where white men are deemed like more important than women of colour, but that was like a little conversation. I would have been really intrigued to see how that panned out more. And of course the world building was my absolute favourite. That's what kind of kept me reading, but unfortunately I pushed through till 1 a.m. in the morning because I just wanted to finish it. So 3 stars from me. On to my next read. Today is also the start of the One Readathon, and so this book is my crossover between the last day of the Buzzwordathon and the first day of the Readathon. 3 Dark Crowns. Okay, hey guys, the Buzzwordathon has finished for me. It is currently Saturday night and it's getting late and I'm not really going to read anymore. I got to page 203 of the Dark Crowns. Update on how that went. I'm enjoying it. However, it is not anything unique for me at the moment. There's 3 sisters, they've each got problems, and I would put money on the fact that they all meet up and maybe realise that they don't want to kill each other. I don't know. It'll be interesting to watch this back and see if that really did happen or not. Aside from that, the 3 whole books that I did complete include the first one, Station 11. This one was that dystopian story where the swine flu comes through and wipes out a lot of the population. I enjoyed the story in terms of the world building, and I also enjoyed the mystique and the intrigue and how it got me thinking about what would happen if this happened to us today. However, I thought that the 6 different perspectives that we followed were too many, and it didn't offer the audience or the reader an opportunity to really connect with any character, which in turn led me to not caring as much as I potentially could have. So that was a 3 star. The second book I read was the 7 spiritual laws to create a 7 spiritual laws to success. We got there. That one was a nice little coffee table book. I did enjoy reading it. I had thought it was worded really well and concisely. I thought it was worded really concisely. But if you wanted something a bit more in depth and something that explained the concepts in it more, I do highly recommend Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth. So overall, the Deepak Chopra book for me was a 3 star read as well. Then the pattern continues, and I finished Ready Player One and I gave that a 3 stars too. So 3 stars for me doesn't mean it's a bad book. It's just a fine book. It didn't wow me too much, but I didn't hate it. I gave this one 3 stars because although I really, really loved the world building and I enjoyed some of the relationships and some of the messages it said about social media and the effect a cyber world would have, I thought that the plot pace and the plot itself was a bit it's not that it was slow, it was just unexciting and predictable and linear. It was very this happened, then this happened, which unfortunately made me power through to finish the book, but because I wanted to finish the book and move on. So in total, 3.5 books with an average of 3 stars. I'm quite happy with how this went this week, and I've really enjoyed vlogging it for you guys to watch. I am also simultaneously vlogging the One Readathon, so look out for that one next week. So that's my Buzzwordathon readathon over. I hope you guys have enjoyed following me along on this week of reading. If you want to see my next readathon, which is the One Readathon, I'm vlogging that at the moment as well. So if you want to see a bit more reading content from me, please feel free to leave a little cheeky like and subscribe down below. And I hope you guys have fun in all the places you'll go in your own reading journeys. See you next time.